Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Liz at Home, and today I'm going to be doing a review of some new pencils I bought. I bought them at Art Savings Club. This is an online shopping store in South Africa. They do have an actual physical store as well, but it's not close to where I live. So I've often bought from them from their online store, and they have the most incredible customer service, and I've been really happy with them. I bought these. They're big pencils, Creatcolour. They are Brevalier's Creatcolour. I will write the details at the bottom, and I'll put a link to Art Savings Club for you. I have been using them to try them out, and been using them on this book, Sagulicht, and I've been doing this picture, which is not finished. I've also used a gold gel pen with that, but I just thought I'd show you. And here is what the pencils look like. You take them, they come with a slip sleeve which pulls off, and then you get a very nice sturdy tin. And then I will open the tin and show you all the rest down below. But before... Hello, and I'm back again with a lovely cup of tea, some lovely Turkish apfel tea made by Tea Kanna, which my daughter-in-law brought from Germany for me. Here we are with the Brevalier's Creatcolour. They are mega-sized pencils. I think they're waxed-based, but not entirely certain. It says they have a waxy feel on the back, but doesn't say whether they're wax-based or not. They're large pencils. They have a hexagonal shape with a varnished wooden coating, and the core size is 6.4 millimeters. They have a fairly representative color dip at the end to the color that you see, and I have swatched them so you can see that. I did much of the swatching beforehand in this gorgeous swatch book that I bought from the Bliss shop. It's called Coloring Bliss, run by Steve and Jennifer Stay. I have, as you can see, the printable PDF version. You can buy various kinds. There are all sorts of fun swatch pages in this, as you can see, plus normal swatch pages of different sizes. So I've got a 35 count here, and I'm just not going to do the white. You can see the colors are beautifully bright and vibrant in these pencils, and I've laid them down with a heavy hand in the lower left hand corner, which I lighten up. So just with the one coat, there's fairly nice shading with a little bit of dust, pencil grit that falls off from each pencil. You get that in a lot of the colored pencils. So I'm finishing the different colors here. Each pencil has both a name and a number on it, so they're very nice to be able to see from your swatch book which pencil you'd like to choose. I've sped the video up a bit because when it was at the normal speed, it was taking forever, and I thought getting extremely boring. So here we go. It's interesting, this next color. Oh, that's an inky black. The next one is Delft Blue. I find it very interesting how the pencil companies package their pencils. As you can see at the top, all the blues are, and now all of a sudden they've popped Delft Blue in near the bottom. I don't know if it was an afterthought or developed later or what, but so be it. These are my favorite colors, the pinks and the violets. Pinks, purples and violets. I bought the swatch book, as I said, from the Colouring Bliss shop. This testing worksheet I also bought from them. I am what's called a Bliss partner. If you pay a certain amount of money per month to Colouring Bliss, they have different levels to which you can belong. And I joined the top level, which is called the partner level. And within that, as well as having weekly, very helpful workshops on video, you also get these super coloring tools. And I have Steve Stay's permission to use these coloring tools in my videos, so I'm not breaking any copyright here at all. And I will put a link to the Bliss section. Now we're going to be checking their core usage and how well they sharpen, and I'm going to be using 3 layers of brown, a light, a medium and a heavy, and I'm starting with the lightest brown and laying down a rough first layer. This is Springfield paper, which is very nice for colored pencil. It has a great texture to it. If anybody's interested, you can ask and I'll give you a link to that. I bought that at Amazon. So there we get. As you can see on this paper, the pencils look almost translucent with a light layering. They've sharpened well. Now I'm going down with a heavy hand of the light color to get a completely different color there, heavy hand of the dark. And I do a heavy of the medium. There's quite a lot of core usage on the pencil, so they do go down quite quickly, especially when you use a heavy hand, and the point goes down quite quickly. Next on the tests that we're going to do is a little test to see how well you can erase. So I'm using a green and a red, and I've gone dark and medium lay down, and I'm using a small eraser to show you it erases fairly well, so you can erase bits of these pencils to create highlights. I don't think you'll clear the pigment entirely off the page though. This next test is to see what the black value is. Is it a gray? So with a light lay down, it is a grayish color. With a heavy lay down, you get a very good black cover, which I think is excellent. Not all pencils give a really good black. Now it's to see how did the pencil sharp on a black background. My printing didn't work so well. So the blue showed up well, the yellow not so well, and the red, I don't think I'd go to the trouble of using these on a black background. Next we're going to look at a color blend, and I'm using 3 greens. I'm first covering the whole, looking for a light, medium and dark. I'm first covering the whole length with the light, and then I'm going to go into the medium for 3/4 and then the dark for the last quarter. As you can see, each time I color, I do need to sharpen. Quick sip of tea. Do love my tea. Medium green, and then the dark green. And then I go over it all with the light green again. And in my opinion, a super blend just with the pencils. You can still see a bit of the white texture of the paper showing through, but I don't dislike that. It's quite a pretty look. The next blend that I'm doing is to show how odorless mineral spirits work over these, and I'm using a blue and a yellow, also to see whether the two colors mixed give a nice green. Unfortunately, I seem to get a bit of too much of the blue on the pencil, and so the yellow looks greenish all the way through at the end. And then I used some Gamsol with a paintbrush to blend them together. I have these dinky little dropper bottles that I bought off Amazon that I absolutely adore. They're so cute. And I decant my Gamsol and various other things that I use for crafts and aromatherapy and this and that and the other thing. They're really cute. So it actually took quite a bit of Gamsol to get this to blend well, but the blue particularly blended nicely with the Gamsol. The wax melted well. I finally dunked my paintbrush into the Gamsol because I wasn't getting enough out of the dropper. I need to put more into that bottle. Next, we're blending red and blue, and then we're going to use the white pencil to see how the colors blend together. Excuse me. I'm trying to decide on a good blue to use with this. If you should be kind enough to leave me a comment, please let me know if you prefer longer videos with me droning on all the way through, or if you prefer it like this where it's sped up a little bit and I speak over the video, because to me this just got too terribly long and I began to feel it was incredibly boring. So this long one I've sped up to double speed and done a speaking over it, and the beginning and the end I'm speaking live as I film. This is a lovely white pencil, and you can see how much it sharpened away, and this is just with one coloring picture and this review. I'll be back with the end of this review in a few minutes. I've carried on a little bit to save some time so that you don't have to watch the boring bits. I'm blending two colors here, yellow to red. So this is cadmium citron, which is closest to a true yellow that I can get, and then permanent red dark. And this is to then use a colorless blender pencil. I've brought two along to try. My favorite colorless blender pencil is the Derwent blender, but I've also brought what is the other one I've brought here? A Kohinoor hardmousse, I'm not quite sure. So going over the red with the yellow should bring me a kind of an orange. Going back there a bit more, pressing a bit harder. Bitsy, bitsy, itsy, bitsy. There we go. Red, 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 red. And go a bit harder. I must be honest, it's not really making an orange, is it? Oh, there we go. If we get the pigment together properly. Okay, so now let's try first there with, this is the hard mousse. Lots of dust coming up, and cleaning it off on a piece of scrap paper here so that I can try and keep it clean there. It's tending to blend fairly well, but the color is not really mixing. And with the Derwent blend, I've got a nice new one that I got in a scrawler box. It's always a good idea to start. Oh, you see, this really Derwent blender is such a nice blender. It works so well. Clean that off, go into the orange here. This definitely mixes the colors better, but it's not really going orange. And into the red. So they blend quite well as single colors, but to me that orange and red yellow and orange yellow and red didn't really make an orange. Not so much as I can see. And then this last test here, layering 3 colors, blue, yellow, brown, I'm not going to do because it's not something I use, but something that I thought would be interesting. Something that I thought would be interesting is to see how close to the color wheel we can get for true colors. So a green, I'm going to bring my swatches out. So for a true green here, this is just a normal color wheel that I bought. For a true green, I reckon closest to that would be moss green. Can't read my own writing. Moss green dark. Closest to a true red, true yellow. I'm not going to color them actually. I'm just going to see if we can find them. So a true yellow is the cadmium citron. I think that's very close. Closest to a true orange. That's more a red orange. That's called tan light. I don't see anything really close to a true orange. True red, I think permanent red dark fits in well. A true violet is ultramarine. That's interesting. True blue is Prussian blue. And a true green I've found. Yes, so that's that. So other than the orange, they fit quite well in the color wheel. So my overall feeling about these pencils is that I would recommend them. I think they're a medium-priced pencil set. And they're nice to work with. The positives are that they layer very well. For me, they're nice to hold, but if you don't like a fat pencil, you won't enjoy them. They're fairly soft. They blend very well both with the Derwent blender and with a Gamsol type blender. They sharpen to a nice point, but the point goes down very quickly and you get a lot of pencil loss quite quickly. As you can see, this is after this review and coloring one picture that they've gone down. But I enjoy them and I'll definitely use them and I would recommend them. Thank you so much for watching and bye-bye.